What's up, boys? What's up, girls? What's up, my peoples? What's going on? It's your boy, Harper, here one more time, and I'm back. Guys, as you guys know, for those of you guys that have been following me for a while, that are subscribers, faithful subscribers, you know that I just finished all my travels in Central and South America. I just did a video comparing the two, comparing Central America versus South America, and I'm excited about seeing your comments and see how you feel about it and if you agree or disagree with me. Now I want to talk about how are black men perceived in South America. And when I talk about South America, I want to be clear, and I want to mention the countries that I'm talking about. I want to talk about Argentina. I want to talk about Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. Those 5 countries, which are 5 of the biggest countries in South America, if not the biggest. I'm leaving out Venezuela, I haven't been. I'm leaving out Bolivia, and I'm leaving Paraguay and Uruguay. I could talk about Uruguay as well, because I've been there as well, but I'm going to leave Paraguay out. So, I know this is going to be difficult for some people, because this is going to generate mixed feelings, because I know some people think some of these countries are a little racist. Other people believe it's totally the opposite. I'm the one that, for me, because I'm super fluent, not super fluent, but I'm fluent in Spanish. And out of the 6 countries that I just mentioned, only one speaks a different language, which is Portuguese, which is Brazil. All the other 5 are Spanish. So for me, it's a little different, because I'm able to maneuver in a different way, and I'm able to experience things in a different way as well. And I'm able to connect with people as well in a different way. Even though in every one of those countries is a different accent, we can understand each other. And then I will start like with Peru. I think for me, Peru was a really exciting place to visit. I always wanted to go, not just because of the women. I never knew anything. I never met any. Actually, I'm lying. I only met one Peruvian in my whole life in the States, and I met her in California, and she always used to talk about how Peru was and how cool it was. I honestly wanted to go to Peru because I wanted to go to Machu Picchu, and because I read it in the books, in my history classes and stuff like that, so I always wanted to go to Peru because of that. But I met these guys while I was diving in Honduras, and I left Honduras out of the Central America countries. That's another country that I visit as well. But I left. I went to scuba dive in Honduras. That's where I got my license for open water scuba diver. I'm an open water scuba diver, and I met some guys from England that were doing like a Central and South America tour. They were just traveling through other countries in Central and South America. And when they got to Peru, they was always uploading photos. And I remember I messaged them on IG. It was like, yo, what's up? How's Peru? How you like it? And they were super excited. They were having the best time in their lives. And they kept sending me photos and videos of them having parties in their Airbnbs with like girls, and the girls looked amazing, the food looked amazing. And I was like, dude, the next time you go, let me know. So like a few months passed by, and one of them returned to Peru because he met a girl, and they started dating, like officially dating, like something serious. So he went back. When he went back, like we connected, and we actually planned to see each other there. So when I went there, I already had a connect. If that makes sense. Like I knew him, and his girl had connections because she used to work for a hostel. So she had like a lot of connect with when I got there that first weekend, we already had like 5 different venues, clubs that we were gonna hit. Like I know everywhere that I was gonna eat. I knew he introduced me to girls, he introduced me to people, so I already had a connect when I got there. So and again, I spoke the language, so it was super easy for me. So I had a blast in Peru. There's not one negative thing that I can say. I met another black guy from the US as well in Peru. We just saw each other. He said, what's up? I said, what's up? And we just started talking, and we hanged out for the rest of the week because, we had in common that we both were from the U.S. and we both spoke good English and we both were like the only two black dudes in the club. So we linked, we hanged out, and for us there, and I can speak for both of us, it was like it was pretty easy to meet people, and we were getting signals from girls like everywhere we went to. There was every clubs that we went to, because it was super popular clubs. There were like long, huge lines. We didn't have to make lines. I would just go to the front of the line and tell the bouncer that I want to get in, that I was a content creator, and they would just let us in, put us on VIP, gave us like VIP bracelets and stuff like that. Like, again, like, Peru was insane. Like, I got nothing negative to say. So the perception I got is that Peru is a super welcoming country. The food was great, nightlife was great, entertainment was good. People was very welcoming and nice to me and to my friends as well. If I want to compare, because my older boy from England was white, if I want to compare like how women treat us, like when we were together, like he got more attention than me, to be honest. Like, he was getting a lot more attention. I was getting mine, but he definitely got more attention. So like, still white boys are king in Peru, because he was getting way a lot more attention than me. Again, I did got my girls here and there. Like, I never went home like unsatisfied, but he did got more attention. And even when I was the one getting the attention, like, there will always be a friend that wanted to connect with him, like a friend of the one that I was talking to or whatever, although, you know how that goes. When it comes to Brazil, it was the same thing. Welcoming people, exciting. I didn't speak the language fluently, but I can understand a lot of things because there's a lot of words that are similar to words in Spanish. So I'm able to pick up things here and there when they have a conversation, and I'm able to move around and get around. Not as well as the other Spanish countries, but definitely I could definitely see. And I have the videos there to prove it. You can see the receipts. My first time, and I did excellent. I can't complain. I think it was very welcoming. The culture is super strong. Music super strong. Nightlife could be better. Not super satisfied with the nightlife. It was only like a couple of places, couple of days that are super nice. Like the Mondays on Pedro de Sol are insane. That's like the best night out, period. And then of course there was another venues. Like walking down the strip in Copacabana, to me is one of the most success that I had, like meeting people and meeting ladies. And of course the beach. And I think that's where Rio beats everywhere. Like the beach life is insane. And you could connect with people in the beach, you could meet girls at the beach. Like that's the best place to meet people, is at the beach. And when it comes to some of the people, because the first 2 days I said on the hostels, I was hanging around with people from all over the world, like all the travelers. And I could definitely see also that when I was with white dudes versus black dudes, white dudes were getting a lot more attention than the black guys, even though that we were getting attention. But if we want to compare, they were getting a lot more attention. Not that I mind, because I was getting mine, but I want to be honest and I want to be fair. When it comes to Argentina is different, man. Argentina is different. Like, I didn't have a connection there, but I did my research, so I had a long list of places that I wanted to visit. I got the chance to go to the beach, to Mar del Plata, where I had a really good time. I met some really good people. You can see the videos as well, and they were very nice to me. All the restaurants that I went to, they were very nice to me. I didn't feel any racism like a lot of people say. I didn't feel anything crazy in Mar del Plata. Actually, Mar del Plata was the best experience. When I was actually in Buenos Aires, Argentina, there was a little tricky. Like, it was on and off. Like, in some places, it was weird. It was like hesitant, a little weird. And in other places were super cool, man. There were some clubs, and I look at it like this. The clubs where they were playing like hip hop and reggaeton, like I went right in, and it was like I fit right in. Everybody was like, oh, this guy looks like this guy, you look like that guy. Guys was trying to talk to me, like to familiarize with me. Girls was giving me signals and looks and shit like that, so it was really cool. But whenever I went to like bars and stuff like that, like restaurants in Buenos Aires, it was a little bit weird. Not everywhere, but it was, you could feel the vibe was a little off here and there. Not everywhere. But that didn't stop me. I still had the best time ever. And my best time I had it on a Sunday night and disco, and I can't recall the club. I think it's called like Mama Rumba, Mama something. But it was the Sunday. Check it out on the videos from Argentina, not my nightlife videos. I talk about that club because that's where I have the best time. It was the best club. It was like live band playing and the music was insane. I had a really, really good time in that club. So Argentina was like a hit or miss. I mean, I don't think I need to go back. And if I go back, I'm probably just going to go to Mar del Plata because that's where I had the best time. Or maybe I go to a different city, not Buenos Aires, because, you know, Buenos Aires was on and off. Like hit or miss. So I got Peru, Brazil, Argentina. Uruguay was the same thing. Uruguay was the same thing as Buenos Aires. It was like hit and miss. The people from the hostel, because I only was there for like 3 days. The people from the hostel, everyone that I met at the hostel was super cool. It was travelers from other parts of the world. It was people from Brazil, from the States, from Europe, and they were super cool. One of the girls that I met that worked at the bar in the hostel, and she was from Uruguay. She gave me a list of places to go, restaurants, bars, nightclubs, and the nightclubs vibes was really cool. Can't complain about the. 2 of them was cool. Then I went to another one, they didn't let me in because I don't even remember. They was just being idiots. And the best thing that they was not letting me in, because then I went around and I went to another club that was even better and they were super cool. They actually called me in. The promoters were there. They treated me really nice. Like, dude, don't worry about anything. We got you. Anything you need, anything you want. Like, let us know we're here. Whatever. You know, so they showed me a really good time in the next bar. And you can see it on my nightlife video. So Uruguay, I don't think I need to go back. But it was, and if I go, I'll probably go to Punta del Este, what people tell me is better. So Uruguay was hit and miss, just like Argentina. But if I go back, it's not going to be to the capital, to the video. It's probably going to go somewhere else. Ecuador was a big surprise for me. I wasn't expecting it to be that lit. And the crazy thing, like one of my boys, and I keep mentioning him in all my videos, but one of my boys, QB, he's also a content creator. Shout out to QB wherever you are. He went to Ecuador like a week prior to me. Like he came on a Wednesday and I got there on a Thursday. So we was in constant communication. He gave me a couple of his connections out there. So when I got there, I had people already waiting for me at the club. I got there like Thursday late night. It was late at night. And I went to a ladies' night right away where I connected with this promoter that he actually gave me the hookup for. And I had an amazing first night. Like from the gate, I know I was gonna have a great time. Then the next day, I had an amazing night. I think some of the best nightlife I had last year was actually in Ecuador, man. Definitely Ecuador was a really good time. And Ecuador is a country that I definitely gonna go back this year. And I'm gonna really, man, because I actually went to the city, I went to the beach towns, I went to like 2 different beach towns. So it was a good time and it was easy to move around. The Uber was super cheap. I remember I paid like $5 from the airport to my Airbnb in the city center. How crazy is that? And like everywhere I went to, I never paid more than $3 to $4. And I was there for like 5 days, man. I had an amazing time. No, actually I was there longer because I spent like three days in the city and then I went to the beach, spent like a night in each beach. I went to Montañita. Oh man, I had the best. I went to this beach party on a Sunday night. Oh my God, you guys gotta watch that content if you haven't yet. So I would say, you know, the perception that you get as a black man in Ecuador It's really good. I met a lot of girls from Venezuela. There was a lot of beautiful Venezuelan girls there. I met a lot of beautiful girls from Ecuador. I didn't know Ecuador girls were looking like that. The food was amazing, a lot of culture. I met a lot of black people from Ecuador. I didn't even know that existed, because when I was in high school in the Bronx, in New York, there was people from Ecuador, but they were all white. I mean, fair skin, we call it white. But yeah, I never met like black people from Ecuador before, and there I got to meet black people from Ecuador. I got to experience a little bit of the culture, a little bit of the history, a little bit of the black food from Ecuador, because they also have their own cuisine. I went to a black-owned restaurant, which was really cool, and the food was amazing. I'm telling you, I need to go back. I definitely need to go back this year. So if you want to ask me about these 5 countries that I just went for a black man, I would definitely recommend Brazil. I would definitely recommend Peru. I will 100% recommend Ecuador. Colombia, go on your own risk. It's a little danger over there right now, but if you know how to shake and move and do your thing, just be super careful with them women drugging people. Besides that, Colombia is a beautiful country, beautiful people, super welcoming. Just those crazy ladies that want to do crazy shit, be careful with them. But I would definitely, my top 3, Brazil, Peru, Ecuador. And then of course, Argentina, Uruguay. You could definitely check them out. They're not on my top rank, but I mean, I had a good time, can't complain. But if I have to choose, the perception as a black man that I received there, it was more pleasant and it was more welcoming again in Peru, in Brazil, and in Ecuador. I didn't have any big problems in Argentina, just a couple of things here and there, like they didn't let me in a club or 2, and the same thing happened to me in Uruguay. They didn't let me in a couple of clubs too, which is weird because I got money, I look good, I dress good, I smell good, I look proper, so there was no reason at all to not let me in those places. So it is what it is. Also the people, because I mean, when you go in Brazil, everybody say bon dia, boa noite. Like it's the same thing in Ecuador, the same thing in Peru. Like people are really, like that, like down to earth. They really connect with you. I didn't get that as much in those other countries that I just mentioned. And they do the same thing in Colombia. They're very warm and they're very welcoming. So again, this is for me. This is my opinion. And everyone is entitled to have their own opinion. So the same way that I respect the way you feel, the way that you experience those countries, you should respect mine. If you don't agree, I mean, it's your it's your thing. This is my opinion. I mean, if you agree with me, let me know on the content. Let me know below on the comments. Leave me a comment if you agree. If you have a different experience in those countries, let me know in the comments as well. If you need me to give you any information, like in details, like we could set up a consultation, check me out on IG, and we could definitely discuss. I could give you some of my connections. I could let you know exactly how to move and check in those countries, like where to go, how to go, from like where to take money to where to spend it, from where to stay to Ubers, to connection, to promoters of clubs connections, to best restaurants, like more economic versus more expensive, like all these things. Just reach out and let's talk about it. I could definitely set up a consultation and we could discuss it. So I'll talk to you guys on the next one. It's your boy Roy Harper. Do not forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoy this content. Subscribe. The next video is going to be about Central America and how is a black man perceived when you walk into those countries. Alright? Talk to you guys in the next one. It's your boy Roy Harper.